And welcome back to more Hat in Time Seal the Deal. Last time we finished up the main storyline of the Arctic cruise, and that entailed crashing the ship and then rescuing all the people we endangered. So this time we're going to be tackling the time rifts of the Arctic cruise. Now off screen I discovered that the blue time rift is literally through the door at the start of chapter 6 Act 3. So there we go. We already found the time rift. It's super easy to find. The balcony. The last blue time rift of the game as of now. There aren't any others, actually. So there are only 2 time rifts of the Arctic cruise, so we're gonna try to do both in this part. I don't know if we'll be successful with that, but we're gonna attempt at least.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of a tricky mechanic, and that is crawling. Don't do a ton of crawling in this game, but here we are. Kind of dive out in order to not fall off because of the falling platforms. Again, the DLC has the time stop hat as a prerequisite, so you should probably use it. It's not required. It helps. Think Mega Man 11. You have the speed gear and the power gear. Don't need to use either, but they help a lot. Note, I have not actually played Mega Man 11, as I am not a fan of classic Mega Man. I much prefer Mega Man X, actually, but that is beside the point. This is a pretty fun level, actually. It's a very tough platforming challenge. So you have saw blades. Oh shoot. That was what they call a miscalculation. I put the Dweller's Mask away too soon. I would also recommend the Fast Hatter Badge, for obvious reasons. Jump. Good to go. Pretty smooth, not flawless, but hey, we didn't die so far. Time stop hat to give us a little breathing room. Climb up. By the way, this is kind of by the books from here on out. We've seen all the main mechanics. So I wanted to say there are 2 time rifts that I missed. Or rift tokens that I missed. The first was on the ship. Just jump at it when you're entering the side of the ship area after getting the first 4 babies in the crashed stage. But there's another one in the crashed stage, actually, in the reception area behind the desk. It's kind of tucked away in the corner, which is actually the bottom because of the shipping on the side. So yeah, we are up to 7 rift tokens. It's kind of weird having 7. I'm sure the number will even out by DLC 2, but we basically have 1 useless rift token at the moment. Ah well. And that's it. That is our final blue time rift as of now. Of course, we have our good old-fashioned slots. Is that your contract? It is. Orchestral remix. That sounds promising. I love orchestral remixes. Just don't have a lot of excuses to refight Snatcher, to be blunt. Alrighty then. For some reason loading seems to cause problems. I got a warning for encoding problems, so if my talking cut off during that loading screen, I apologize. It's honestly why I've been trying to avoid talking during loading screens, because that's where the most, problems happen with the recording.
Are we ready?
Don't need to see this again. And again, when loading into an area, the frame rate gets really choppy, like this. But then it smooths out over time, so I do apologize. My computer is not the strongest, and I don't really want to buy a new computer. Don't really have the means to even buy a new computer, even if I wanted one. But here we are. Deep Sea. Now, this is a pretty area, but I have seen a lot of criticism of it, and I feel like a lot of the criticism is valid. The main criticism I see is it doesn't use any assets from the main chapter, and is the only chapter to do so, which I think is a completely valid criticism. It's pretty, but it just doesn't feel like it has anything to do with the Arctic Cruise. Cruises in general, maybe, but not the Arctic Cruise. The other criticism I hear is it's hard. Like, this is easily the hardest Purple Time Rift, like, in the entire game. Which, I mean, it should be hard because, you know, we're at the end of the game. But still, it's a little punishing, and again, the old requirements of having to do it on one run and so on just make this very difficult. Also, the pages are super well hidden. Some are in treasure chests even, so we have to really keep an eye out. I actually can't promise getting everything because of just how ridiculously well hidden everything is. I'll do my best. I'll give it my best shot, but I've honestly actually not completed this level yet on my own time. Best I've gotten is 8 out of 9, but there's still one I'm missing. I've seen a stream play, not a stream play, I think it was just a let's play, a let's play of this, where I did see where it is, so if I can actually translate watching someone play a game into actual ability, we'll be able to find it. Fun fact, that's actually really hard for me to do. I don't go very well from like watching a game to actually playing the game. So I need like hands-on experience usually. Oh, that's awkward. A little bit of a weird jump here to try to get back on that. We have way more rift ponds than we need, but that's actually all the pages here, so we're gonna skedaddle. This is a very long level as well. 9 pages should be indicative of how long this could take. One floor has 3 pages, and not gonna lie, I don't know what floor it is, which is really awkward. All I know is one of the floors has 3 pages, but I don't remember which one, so we're kind of winging it. I even made like a list of pages per floor, and I actually forgot to bring up the list. So we're kind of going in blind a little bit. Setting the record straight that I clearly do not know what I'm doing. With the 100% of this level. Jump over this. If, again, I feel like a broken record, but if you have mods turned on, I would not fault you. I won't call you a cheater or anything, because this is actually a really hard level, and I do not blame anybody for actually wanting to use mods for this, because holy cow, the temptation is real for this Let's Play, and I actually did consider turning on mod support, mainly for these last couple time rifts. But I just wanted to do it conventionally. I know not everyone wants to use mods, so I wanted to do it legit-ish. Well, that didn't go like I envisioned. So we have one more page on this floor, I'm pretty sure, and honestly I don't know where it is. Like, I actually have no clue where it is. I'm actually not sure why I was going back there anyway, so let's reset the room. Also, by the way, again, the same rules apply. If you die, you do everything over again. So let us not die. I've seen playthroughs of this level take like 40 minutes, actually, due to dying. So, let's not, shall we? Let's play it a little bit safe. I swear there's another page here, but I legitimately can't remember where it is. Just checking likely spots at this point. Were there that many pages? Did I miss a page on the first floor? Actually, I might have. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, did I go right by a page? So this is a very awkward section of level. Might be over here, actually. I say as I almost get hit by all the enemies. This looks promising, actually, from what I remember. It's also a heart pawn, but I'm not gonna go for it because I'm not crazy. We might also split this up a little bit because this is a very long one. So the last one is actually not that long. So you might couple the ending of this with the last time rift. Here's the first chest. This is the one I usually miss. So good, we got it. So now we're good to go, I think. I hope. Now, the hard part. How do you get back without dying? Not like this. But that actually worked somehow, so, hey, pro strats. Also, I have 1 health, which is really worrying, because one more hit and I die. And these time rifts tend to be very stingy with health pickups. So I'm gonna play this kind of safe a little bit. I'm not gonna try to be, like, risky with this. I'm gonna take my time, kinda not rush. I think this is the floor that has 3, I wanna say. I mean, it makes sense. I actually see 1. Break that. Nothing. Wait, we did get a heart. Cool. I really am not a fan of my own depth perception. I say as I almost missed that jump right there. It really is a problem with mine, depth perception. Charge up while jumping, because if not, the crate will push you off, potentially. So, definitely be careful of that. I feel like I'm not commentating super well because I'm just trying to not die. I say as I die. And we are back. So that didn't actually take nearly as long this time, obviously, due to having just done it. Hey, Rift Pawns. So that's actually enough to open the vault. I tried to collect a similar amount of pawns on each replay, but I'm not entirely sure if that's how many I had originally. Pretty close. But we still need to find the remaining pages. There should be... I want to say there are 2 on this floor. 2 more, I mean. But I'm really not bursting with confidence with that answer, as you might be able to tell. Yep, I was right. 2. That one, and 1 more down here before we actually go through the exit. This one's actually... where the frick is this one? I think it's on this side. Here we are, another chest. So that is 8 out of 9, so that means there's 1 left. Unfortunately, I don't think we have enough Rift Pawns to go straight to the goal. But we're gonna not spend a whole lot of time here, because I don't like this part. There's some very obnoxious, precise platforming needed here. My favorite thing. So we're not gonna linger too much. Got the page. And we only need 1 Rift Pawn, so we're really not gonna spend a whole lot of time here, sadly. Just to kind of give a brief showcase, there's a lot more with the Dweller's Mask, rotating platforms, all sorts of nonsense, so if you want a challenge, you will get yourself a challenge here. I'm also just trying to figure out where the closest Rift Pawn even is, and I think it actually is over here. This is a little awkward because, that platform is to basically give you a little bit of an edge in order to actually, wall jump while waiting for the Dweller's Mask to recharge. And I'm actually amazed that I was able to do that first try, to be blunt. But there we are, the end of the balcony time rift. That actually went way smoother than I thought it would, and that is including 1 death. I thought this would be a lot worse. Also, these items are not actual tangible items. We can't get an unlimited supply of Rift tokens, sadly. So, here we go. Last Purple Time Rift. Lost at Sea. So this is the captain's backstory, or yeah, the captain. So he was obviously looked up to the white walrus there, through a mentor, I'm assuming. Obviously getting ready to sail. There's baby seals, and he's getting on his own ship in that one. And years later, he finds out that his mentor died at sea. So that is why the captain is so glum, and also so wanting to go down with his ship because of his mentor. That's cheery! I said last Purple Time Rift. Well, I was lying. There's actually one more. Adventure isn't quite over yet, thankfully. And what a more fitting, what would be a more fitting place than the attic, where our journey comes to an end. So we're gonna use our Rift tokens next time at the end. But next time is going to be our final timepiece for real this time until DLC 2 eventually hits. What awaits us? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Hat in Time Seal the Deal.